head with claw-like hands tugging at her hair as if she might pull her brain out through her skull. I don't like this, but I can't switch it off. The girl's frail body shudders and her eyes grow large, but she does not sob. Instead, she smiles, a sad smile which looks like it's been worn all too often. She will go to heaven, she told me. It's a place for good people, stillborn babies, and childhood pets. She was a good person. The girl then begins to mumble to herself, while fingering the hair that covers the jack in her head. Ooh. Yes, good. I need to rejoin the children. Poor thing. Yeah, we got a little bit of hint of that with, yeah, there's a ringing phone back here. A little bit of hint of that in the first one, like the BTL, and it is, I think Shadowrun, the game, like the RPG, I think when they introduced like the BTL and all of that, like that, it really does speak a lot about the futurist, you know, like how like terrible drug abuse is, and like that's pretty much going to be like the drug of the future when you can get things implanted into your head that like replaces your emotion, or not your emotions, but your senses. You know, I see that a lot, so yeah, slightly serious there, sorry. Bizarre monument towers before you. At the top of the pedestal, the form of an angel stands, its outstretched wings looming over the small park, but the material is strange and uneven, giving the statue a cold, Frankenstein-esque appearance. It appears that the artist has welded this monument together from various metal scraps and pieces of junk. As you approach, a small, grimy monitor at the base of the statue flickers dimly to life. The grainy face of a smug young orc appears on screen. Hello there, I'm Herbert Kunzel, the creator of this monument. What would you like to know? Statue name. This is my tribute to victory, the victory of anarchy. It is both a citation and parody of the statue we destroyed some 20 years ago. You may remember it from the history treatise as Sigtsau or Goldez. I can't pronounce that. Installation history. Isn't it obvious? A monument to the hubris of the Prussian state gets blown to bits, so someone takes a lot of bits and builds a monument to the hubris of anarchy. I mean, what more is there to say? I'm the visionary Hubert Kunzel of the Lindwormer. You might know me from... Okay, well, there isn't much I'm known for yet, but I intend to change that. All art is born from misery, after all. Weird. It's an old, obsolete phone booth. It's ringing. A monotone, pitch-adjusted voice begins speaking almost immediately. That's a really big word that I don't know how to pronounce. Contact for this keys is no more. Farouk is listed as a follow-up contact. This is our only secure line to this keys. Please listen to the following instructions carefully if you are a supporter of our cause. Continue listening. We have phone booths in strategic locations throughout the city. Within each one you may find a request posted for specific information. If you obtain a copy of this information, return here and submit it via the port below the receiver. We will verify the authenticity of the information remotely and post an undoctored copy of it onto the matrix ourselves. It is our stated goal for this information to remain free to all. However, you will be compensated for sought-after information returned to this location. Alright. So that's like a little, like mini side mission thing. Because we're definitely going to be needing some cash before too long. Ooh, cyberware. Well, this isn't. As you approach the elf, you notice that he's in mid-conversation. His lips move rapidly, and his voice comes out in a low, quiet tone. The glossy plastic shell of a high-grade comlink glints on his wrist. Yeah, I'll eavesdrop. Doing your best to look uninterested, you lean in slightly and strain your ears. You find that you can make out the doctor's end of the conversation. No, no, no. The price I'm quoting you is more than fair. Well below market value, in fact. If you can't pay it, that's your problem. Yes, I know that the price has gone up. This is a seller's market. Well then, you'll just have to find the money or go without. I'm sorry, but I have to go. I have a patient. He presses a button on his comlink and looks at you, $1 million smile on his face. Sorry about the wait, my friend. Welcome to the Triage Cyber Clinic. I'm Dr. Xavier Escabel, and your name is... Yeah. Smile dies on his face. He lowers his hand. I was just being polite, Farouk. I know who you are. Word travels fast in the cruise bazaar. So tell me, what do you want? Let's look at your cyberware. I have 1,000. Yay. Let's see. Data jack. Oh, I don't need a data jack. A data jack concealed inside of a cyber eye. Induction data jack, useful for deckers and riggers who don't want to sacrifice valuable headwear space. Vision magnification. Yeah, this is what I want. Renraku's basic cyber eye replacement extends and enhance your vision. Adds +3 to hit. Cyberwire causes essence loss. The effects of the magic rating on your character as magic is equal. I don't need that. So we could get like completely cybered up and it probably won't affect us. So we've only got 250 left. So but yeah, I like getting a little bit of bonus there. That's something else I like about this game. It's Zack Flash. It really, like, the game really does change in the way that you play it. And I know this first episode's going to be like, you know, it's kind of sparse with story and stuff, but like this character's basically going to be a gunner, you know, just run and gun, and we're going to have support characters. But if you had a support character, like, the game would play somewhat differently. Anyway, this elf has clearly seen better days. His skin is weathered and emaciated, as though it has been stretched too tightly over his frame. Track marks line the crooks of his arms, and dirty bandages wrap his knuckles. Despite all of this, he seems cheerful enough. The elf fixes his twinkling, bugged-out eyes on yours and offers you a broad smile, displaying a set of impossibly white teeth. When he speaks to you, his voice is surprisingly deep. Guten Tag, my friend. Are you here for some magic? Because Zack Flash, he gestures to himself with a dramatic flourish, is your magic man. Magic? Are you a street mage? Zack lets out a throaty, barking laugh. Street mage, me? Do I look like a street mage to you? He shakes his head, but his smile doesn't waver. He fishes a small bag of pills out of his back pocket and dangles it before your eyes. No, chummer, I'm not a street mage. I've got the magic in my blood and the magic in these bags, but you won't catch old Zack studying any spellbooks. Oh, a little bit of everything. I've got your Zen and your Hyper, your Nitro and your Nova Coke. If you want it, I've got it. Zack leans towards you and lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. I've even got a special concoction of my own design, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you're serious about getting high. So you want to conduct a little business? What's up with the bandages on your hands? Oh, these, nothing much, chummer, nothing much. Tussled with a spirit back in Amsterdam. You know, we elves are very spiritual people. So, ooh, yay, we get our first, like, it's not an interrupt per se, but it's like a bonus. Oh, come off it. Elves are not, on the whole, any more or less magical than anyone else. I'm in a position to know. Zack lets out a short barking laugh. Oh, come on, stop denying yourself. Embrace the power inside of you. You've got the mojo, just like me. Accept it. Flash lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Between you and me, my mojo is stronger than any wage mage. Take those rat scum bastards at S Technology. They cast spells all day and all night, right? Fire this and lightning that, just tossing them around like candy. Right. Well, me, I'm just doing my thing, not casting spells. I'm storing up my energy, saving it. Can you imagine how much magic I have? Yeah, I don't think that's how it works, Zach. Trust me, friend, I have secret knowledge. He slowly turns his head from side to side to give you a good look at his upturned ears. Like I said, it's in the blood. So, if you've got biotech, you can look at his ears, and he's not really an elf. Anyway. Okay, Zach, I trust you. Now, can we do some business? Well, I am a businessman. I suppose that you are a customer. Who am I to say no? Alright, show me what you got. So, Flash is pretty good. You get like one round of like a lot of bonus. So, but I tend to not do drugs. So, I mean, I do like a ton of drugs in real life, but none in video games. That's a joke. The Romany patriarch is an impressive figure, an enormous man in his late 60s, burly and broad-chested despite his age. His voice is deep and resonant, and his breath is heavy with the stench of pipe tobacco. I can't pronounce that at all. You're here to conduct some business? If so, I welcome you to arms and ammunition. If not, keep right on walking. Alright, so, oh gosh, I guess I will need a data jack, actually. Yeah, to get like the really good ones, with the smart link, you have to have a data jack, but not always. There's some that are just good old-fashioned, pistol, SMG, shotgun, sniper rifles. We get introduced to actual sniper rifles. We've got an AK-97 already. Grenade launcher, yeah. Baseball bats. That would be handy, but we don't have enough money. Oh. I think that's... I think there's one more store down here, but it's just like a magic shop and not really. Yeah, I got about 30 more minutes I'm gonna record, so. Something about the young elf behind the counter makes your breath catch in your chest. She's lovely to look at, but it's a strange kind of beauty. Her eyes are large and luminous, and impossibly green. As she looks up at you, you can see that her irises are flecked with iridescent gold. Ooh. Hello and welcome to Algernon's. Perhaps I can help you with something? She smiles up at you, her eyes fixed on yours. A curious feeling of weightlessness fills your chest. Feels as though you're floating in a warm, calm sea. A gentle current pulls you closer to absence, and the sensation is pleasant. As you drift, the golden flecks in her eyes begin to move. The golden specks in the elf's eyes shift and swirl, slowly picking up speed. It's mesmerizing. All at once the specks explode into light and color. Absint's eyes now fill your field of vision. It feels as though you're drowning in an alien sea. The patterns traced by the shimmering specks in her eyes are kaleidoscopic, enchanting, nearly impossible to turn away from. You are lost. Your entire world has been reduced to a churning vortex of green and gold. Dimly you become aware that something is happening. You feel your body being buffeted by unseen forces, and suddenly everything goes black. Yay! Slowly and painfully you struggle your way back to consciousness. The shop's owner, Algernon, is peering down at you, the expression of concern on his face. Absinthe stands beside him, her expression one of embarrassment. Welcome back, friend. Algernon extends a hand to help you to your feet. Absinthe shifts slightly to allow you to stand. Wait, what was that? What happened? My fault and my apologies. Sometimes when I daydream, I bring others along for the ride. It was unintentional. Yes, but there was no harm done, correct? You'll be fine. No harm done. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go stand in the corner for a while. Alright. Greetings, young elf. The elf's voice is smooth as silk and rich as clotted cream. Something about him instantly puts you at ease. I'm Algernon Half-Dream, the owner of this establishment. In my shop you'll find only the finest and magical paraphernalia. I have many stories of dancing spirits and raging dragons, of unchecked magic and swarming chaos. All of these stories are true. As for the cruise bazaar, I've always been here, quietly peddling my wares. It is a simple life, but a good one. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't think that there's really... If you're not like a magical wielder, you're not going to get much there. A pair of round eyes peer up at you from under the hood of a grime-smeared winter coat. You recognize him as David, one of the Cruise Bazaar street kids. If you had to guess, you'd place him in his mid-teens, though it's difficult to tell beneath the grime and acne marring his face. You've seen him following Monica around between runs, chasing her heels like a lost puppy. She always seemed to have a soft spot for the kid. Oh hoy! Baruch, have you seen Monica around? I've been looking all over for her. I'm afraid I have some bad news for you, kid. The kid blinks, a blank expression on his face. She's dead, isn't she? There's blood everywhere. Yeah, I'm sorry, kid. We all are. Yeah, look, I think I want to be alone right now. Yeah, poor kid. So after what, an hour of walking around, I finally get down here to the bar. Jan Goldsmith. Hello, my friend. The voice comes from the man in the chair, as enormous as its owner. A deep, booming roar, dripping with unrestrained mirth. A fine day for soy calf, yes? Every day is a fine day. From the back of the store, the voice of the shopkeeper cuts you off. Don't mind the fool in the chair. He roars like a traumatized walrus, stewing all day in his own sweat. The man behind the bar glares at Goldsmith, his upper lip curled in disgust. I tolerate him only because he takes his soy calf by the bucket. Goldsmith responds with a raucous belly laugh. Apparently he finds the shopkeeper's insults to be hilarious. All Alta Minfrund. You are as quick-witted and sharp-tongued as ever. I bow to you. If you wouldn't once again the shopkeeper cuts in. To bow to me, you would first have to vacate your chair. I shall summon a team of determined young men and an ox to assist with the task. With luck, you will be on your feet by nightfall. Goldsmith smiles up at you, his small eyes glittering. Enough of this senseless bickering. You have approached me for a reason, yes. Tell me, what can Jan Goldsmith do for you? Something bad is going to happen. Don't you have any pride? I put up with them because they amuse me. The fact that they amuse me infuriates my dear friend Altug, who in turn